And welcome back to Thursdays Are the Best Days podcast, episode 266, where two of the same numbers they're the two sixes.
With two of the same guys.
We are. I'm here, you're here, the bot's here.
But it's not. The
No,
bot is not here.
no. Oh, shoot. Speaking of the bot,
Yeah.
so I've been like brewing up this prank that I was gonna pitch to you that you don't have to do by any means. I was just gonna put it in your mind because I think you would enjoy the comedy of it. So, what if Dad bot became FBI bot and you hit a button that like whenever Eric
Oh.
says some shit, we just like pre-record some lines being like, "Bro, you know how much paperwork it is when you say that shit," and then just like leaves, just like pops in and just like rant like RNG some like, "Bro, I'm just trying to go home to see my wife." I don't know how to.
How the fuck would I do that?
So I don't know. Can you like hide a user from like? Is there a way to like hide a user that like we wouldn't be able to see it? Just like copy and hide FBI bot or FBI guy.
I don't think so, no.
Okay,
I think you get to see all the users in a server.
gotcha. You have to hide him in like general. You have to hide him in general and like
Yeah.
rename him right before you wanted to pull the prank. Um, I think you could stream deck. Can you? Oh, I guess you couldn't stream deck it
It's like yeah, like that's the thing. I would want like a Stream Deck button that's like
because they have all the Discord shit.
it's like open this channel. The bot comes into the channel, plays a sound clip and leaves.
Yeah.
That would be ideal. I have no idea how to make that happen.
I don't either. Again, I just
I
like
mean,
thought of
like,
it.
I guess it could be a music bot kind of thing, you know?
Could be.
It
I don't
could
know.
be.
I was like, it hit me one of these days. It'd be hilarious if like, because we have all the sound things now. Discord has the sound thing,
Yeah.
but like actual FBI guy join our chat whenever Eric says like, "Oh man, don't you just hate? Don't you just want to commit arson against the grocery store?" And you're just like, "What do you say?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't know, bro.
I love it. I just don't know how to execute it, is
I
the
don't know
thing.
either." Again, I thought I'd put it in your mind that way if you ever if anything ever pops in your head or if something seems, but you never know.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
I got you.
just file that one under maybe in the future when you have more features.
Yeah. I like that. I
Oh,
like that one.
I was speaking of just like so today. It's summer. People are going on vacations. So, like there's like two women that like work together, kind of in the same office. They do roughly the same thing, but the one's out on vacation for like 10 days, and she was like, "Oh, hey, can you forward her phone just to my desk phone? That way, the calls are just getting answered." It, it's one of those dumb ish like situations where it makes sense to forward someone's calls to another person just because they get enough and like blah blah
Yeah.
blah.
Fair.
And my VoIP-based phone system, which has caused me so much grief in my life and always is missing features, has like a forward all calls, but you could also schedule them. So
Ooh.
like I was able to put the dates and
You're able
vacations.
to schedule the forwarding so you don't
Yeah,
have
so
to
like it will end
remember
at
to
the
turn it back
date.
off.
Yeah, so I don't have to remember to turn it back off. And when you call, it like says Nicholas Boyd forward from ex employee. So it like actually lets them know it's a forwarded call. Like
Oh, that's sounds like they did something right for once.
it's just one of those like it was such a win. It was such a low like I don't have to worry about it anymore. The user's like
Yeah.
completely happy without some jank workaround of like, oh, you're gonna get calls, you just don't know where they're from.
Yeah.
But like, it was just such a win. I needed it. Uh, Not not for any reason, but you just need one of those IT wins where you can just solve an issue without any like
Yeah.
nothing fought me.
No,
Nothing
yeah,
fought me. I didn't
it
have to rig
sounds
anything.
glorious. Yeah.
Nothing went disastrously wrong. Nothing like, oh, 3 minutes later she calls me like, oh, this is super fucked, and I'm like, oh well, I guess when you try to use it that way.
So, since you had an IT win, I see how it is. You gave me the IT loss today.
Bro, I would have told you it would have taken forever to build a fucking RAID array.
No, it's not even that. There was another loss involved today.
Oh, did we lose a hard drive?
So, no, thankfully, no. Um, so like a RAID array, right? I
Mm-hmm.
had these drives, and I've been putting it off because I don't feel like going to the BIOS.
I
And it's
don't feel
like,
like rebooting the server.
yeah,
That thing took a bitch and a half to boot.
it takes forever to reboot.
Yeah.
Like Proxmox takes literally seconds to start up, but to get to that seconds point, it takes I think literally like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So,
You
anyways,
get you get to see the boot up stage where it like says initializing and it like
oh
shows
yeah,
you what it.
and then it goes to a different screen to initialize more,
Yeah.
and you have to wait forever to be able to click the button to go into the BIOS too.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Just fucking shit, man. Anyways, so we had these hard drives. We got cages, put them in. They're oh god, what were they again? I think they were like 900 gig hard drives, so 4 SAS drives.
Mhm.
Put them in a RAID 5, so able to lose one. I thought like this would be a 20-minute operation. I don't think I've ever done a RAID array. Well, no, I did before, and it was fine. It didn't take long. I don't know. Maybe not. I didn't do like a RAID 5 before. Maybe that's the difference. I don't know. Anyways, put these drives in, and you have to manually refresh the screen to get it to tell you how far into the process it is.
Oh yeah, that fucking freaked me out because you can wipe drives from that screen. That's how I wiped them. Cause like my free to use what disk wiper only gave me one wipe of one disk.
Oh God.
I thought I just had to wipe them one at a time. It was a one license, which was wipe once. It was a cool program. I would highly recommend anyone to use it, but like it was yeah. So I wiped them from that screen. I'm like, this is never fucking working. Then I finally refreshed and I realized it's like a non-dynamic screen. Very
Yeah.
static.
So it's like, yeah, I'll refresh it. And I saw it at like 0.2%, and I was like, oh boy.
Oh boy.
So I
Same.
did some pocket math. Thought, this will take like 2 hours. 2 hours went by, and it was at like 30%. So I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Pocket math was way off.
This is gonna be a tomorrow afternoon, like possibly.
I think it'll finish before the end of the day,
Oh,
like
do you?
before midnight. But it's like gonna be close.
Gotcha.
I think they're at like 80% right now, or something.
Okay. So
Just
wait,
took
what?
forever.
How many hard drives? There's 8
With
total
with
slots.
this, it will be fully populated.
Yes, but what are they all of the 8?
Okay.
What is the full breakdown?
All right. So 4 of them are 800 gig SSDs.
Mm-hmm.
4 of them are 900 gig. I think
SAS
they're
base.
15. Are they 15? Are they all 15?
Yeah. I don't know if SAS ones go lower than 15.
I think the new SAS ones, they drop down speeds a lot.
Really?
I don't think new SAS drives are all 15Ks. Yeah. So 4 of them are 900 gig 15K SAS drives. And they're all like enterprise. Well, I mean, obviously they're enterprise drives because SAS is enterprise. Anyways, one drive is by its one SSD is by itself with
Boot drive.
Proxmox installed.
Yeah.
3 of them are RAID 0 together
Sweet.
as they're like the VM pool basically is how I'm using them.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just smacked together, no parity, no nothing. And then 4 900 gig SAS drives as I don't know yet in RAID 5.
It's like, oh, can you make it? Can you weirdly make it like? I guess you don't really need it. I was gonna say a cache for the NAS. like a cache.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking about having it as like backups, like VM backups, maybe.
Yeah. Are you doing VM attached storage just in the 0, or like where's the storage for VMs if you wanted a larger VM?
All the VM stuff that I've been doing has been in the SSDs,
Okay.
but like some of them get directed to the NAS though
Right. I
for
just
stuff.
yeah.
So it's not like all data. Basically, no data storage is in the VM section. It's
Gotcha.
all getting thrown somewhere else, but
Where
all the
where
stuff for the VMs.
where are we with the graphic card?
So that was the other loss.
Oh,
Um, apparently, the this generation of HP motherboard does not support IOMMU, I believe it's called,
bro, what
which
the
is the
fuck?
technology that lets you pass graphics cards through to something else. Because there's an internal PCI switch, I think is what they called it. So
Okay.
basically, you're not allowed.
Okay.
So we kind of got fucked on that one a little bit, but I
Of
don't think
course.
we need it either, to be
It's fine.
fair, too much. Like the only thing that I'm thinking that it would actually benefit from is if I wanted to do like a Plex server so that it could encode stuff.
Right. Bullshit.
But
It's always something.
it literally is always something. Every fucking time.
Do you want to hear my always something?
Sure.
We like just bought a new building at work, and it's all being kind of worked out of like like they're doing like some pre-CADing before the architect comes in, and like we're trying to do layouts of where everything's going in this building.
Okay. Is this local or somewhere else?
Ohio,
Okay.
not too far away, not too close.
Yeah, gotcha.
Um, but I don't have to do cameras. Like obviously we pay a company that like will figure out like all the sciencey stuff with cameras. But like all again, we're doing a lot of pre-CAD stuff of just like to show to people like what we want and like what the actual idea is
Yeah.
behind everything. Because right now it's just a big empty space.
Yeah,
Two hundred
you're
thousand.
basically laying things out. Yeah.
Because it's a 200,000 square foot space, so you just have a lot of empty. It's hard to like. It's easy to lose sight of like what is going on with it. Because
Oh,
when it's
absolutely.
full, it's gonna be a lot different than an empty like building. Um, so the guy was like, "Oh, can you give me like the guy that's gonna be like kind of running it and lead of it is just like, can you give me like a breakdown of like where we would probably put cameras and view angles and stuff?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure. Let me figure it all out, bro. Can't like I can't 'cause, camera fucking. Oh, you can have if you have it set to wide angle because you want it set on wide angle. It could be anywhere from a 68.8 degree to 94-degree viewing angle. But if you have it like and telescopic because you're trying to do more of a point to a certain area, it's like 22 to 29-degree viewing angle.
Oh, yeah, yeah, they're fucking ridiculous.
And it's
Like,
all depending on how high it is, and this building's like a pole building, so like every fucking which area is different. Like,
yeah.
you
No.
know, if you're in
The
the middle, you
angles are camera angles are fucking hard, man.
bro,
Like
I'm just like
I've
giving.
tried to do the same thing that you're talking about for my home to try and
Mhm.
like estimate how many cameras I'm expecting to want to use. It's near impossible, man.
It quite is. It like and like I don't have all. I have like an architecturally half done, not half done. It's not like a full architectural blueprint, but it's like very accurate.
It's like if a CAD designer brought out a napkin and drew up your building of
Yes.
like where everything's gonna go.
Yeah, like it's all
Yeah.
right. All the lengths are right. Like it is the correct building. It's just not like the official blueprints. It was like
Yeah.
I think they looked at rough blueprint. I think they looked at blueprints and like kind of quick drew it in CAD.
Yeah.
So I have like lengths of stuff, so like I'm like, oh, well, you can probably see like 75 feet with any camera, more or less, blah blah blah. But then I just can't. I have no idea on the heights. And again, it's a pole building, so it peaks and goes down. So like the middle of the section is probably 10 feet higher than like,
So it's like a
well,
metal pole building. So it's got like the
basically,
metal uh, trusses instead of
yeah,
wood.
metal trusses. But because it's so
So,
wide, they're
yep,
going down the middle of the building as well because they're like
yep.
extra.
God, yep. That sounds. Holy shit, that's. You need to know trigonometry to get fucking
Bro,
camera
I know.
angles, man.
I'm just like, and then there's like gonna be cranes. I have
Oh,
no, I have no idea about how these cranes work. It's just it's a cluster. I'm just so upset. Like I started to do it, and now I'm just like upset. I got clip art of like a dome camera, and I just kind of like I've oriented the dome camera roughly where it's gonna put. And when he's like, "Oh, what's the view angle?" I'm like, bro, what? It's either gonna be a lot wider than we think, or a lot narrower than we think, depending on how high or low it goes. Because I think the higher it goes, the wider it is, but the shorter it is, and then the lower it is, the shorter it is,
it's
and
all
then,
about like focal distance of like how far your object that you're trying to look at is from the
bro,
camera.
and the lens length is like 3.2 to 10 millimeters. So like these things have a lot of adjustment. Like they're very nice cameras. Like
Yeah.
megapixel dome cameras that like you got a lot of options, and they'll do whatever. But like, it's
It's
gonna be a
just one of
pain.
those equations that's hard to solve because there's so many ways to do
Now,
it.
yeah, at this point, I'm gonna do a rough up and be like, we gotta give it to like the pros to like do a
Like
drawing.
you basically have to pitch it like this is my best guess, but this is not a good guess. You need
Like
to
this is
figure this
like
out with somebody.
sit down with them being like, they've mapped out roughly where they think things are going. This is where I think I roughly need cameras. You need to tell me if like I'm off basis or like I don't know if I'm just gonna have to like draw them up some like areas I'm trying to cover X area. I don't know.
Yeah.
Might do like a heat map of like I don't know because they want everything. I don't know. It all depends. I've done like two camera systems now that one was I want every square inch covered and I have like a camera on every square inch of a building.
Yeah.
I only care about certain areas. Like if there's a blind spot here, it doesn't truly matter. I don't care about what's not going on there.
Yeah, and that's a pretty big difference. Like that's a pretty big gap to fill.
Yep. Oh, I'm just gonna shout it out because I'm just gonna shout it out. Madeline finished her master's degree today.
Woo.
Yeah.
That's a big accomplishment.
Yeah, I might start mine here soon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thinking
I
about it?
found this online school. It's called University of the People. When we were looking at professors the other night, I don't know if you left Discord at that point. Were you here when we were
Um
being
I might have toned it out to be honest.
we're
It
talking
sounds
about
familiar.
maybe doing like teaching, and they looked up the one professor to see if he had a master's degree.
Yeah.
The one it's like 300. It's like really cheap. It's all online, and it's like $300 a class, and it's 12 classes, so it's like $3,600 for a whole degree.
That doesn't sound bad.
No, and you can do like one a term. I don't know. I might start. I've been applying. I've been like looking at stuff. Maybe gonna do it, but she finished hers, so she doesn't have to do papers anymore. So that's fun.
Nice. I feel like I heard about her writing a lot of papers for some
Yeah,
reason.
probably. I think she's probably bitching about it in the car.
I remember that a lot, but I'm saying even before
Yeah.
that,
Yes.
like just offhand in Discord, I've heard about you like looking at her papers for her and stuff.
Yep. Um. So that's life. Another life accomplishment done. Bam. Woo. Uh.
And you got a pool to celebrate. Have you been in the pool yet?
I have not. She has. I have not. I cut down my neighbor's like tree though,
Did you? How'd that go?
bro. It looks. It's very noticeable. Not if I would show you a picture of like before and after, I don't think they would notice because it's pretty hidden on. It's pretty like on our side hidden.
Yeah.
But I cut down a big fucking chunk of this tree.
Get rid of the evidence.
Yeah, well, it's kind of funny because Monday was chipping day, so you can put everything out front and they'll come and take
Oh,
it for chipping.
nice. Yeah,
Bro, I'll give it this. I do pay a quarter for my like borough fees, but I get like every goddamn service known to man.
that's good.
I get
Do you,
yard waste pickup, I get leaf collection, I get chipping, I get recycling, I get bulk item pickup, I get literally every type
that
of
does sound
junk,
pretty nice.
every type of trash I can create, they'll pick up on a schedule. I just need to know the
If
schedule.
if you don't mind me asking, what does that cost a quarter?
I think it's
Do
like
you,
$80 quarter.
I I don't think that's that bad
It's not.
because like God, I'm trying to think of how much I pay for trash, and that's just trash.
Yeah. I know like our bill will be like 160 at the beginning of July. No. It's a seven. No, yeah. 7, 8, 9. July, August, September. Yeah, so we're gonna get our. It's like we get paid. It's like $80 for sewer. Um, because we don't get billed monthly for sewer, so it's like $80 for that, and then uh $80 for trash. It's like $30 a month ish for sewer, which I guess isn't awful.
'Cause I feel like I pay like I just don't know the frequency is the problem. I think it's $40, but I don't know the frequency of the bill.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, I don't know.
Uh,
And
but
they
yeah,
don't want to tell me on the website either. So
I think we get paid. We get charged like $3 to pay this bill online.
that seems like that's always like the most bullshit charge to me.
It smells super. W
Like
S
everybody wants it. Why are you? I guess you just want money for it.
S U
That's all.
sewer SW.
SEWER, sewer.
Texted Madeline that. Kind of forgot that
I'm
was
trying to think.
because they're so un. It's not that it's unregular, but like you don't think about it for 3 months, and then you get like $160 bill in the mail, and you're like, oh shit, forgot about that.
Yeah.
But again, it's not bad. It's sewer is sewer. I mean, you pay to get your water. I mean, you have a septic tank, so you don't care. But like, it's nice that mine just like leaves my property and goes away.
Yeah.
Do you get yours pumped ever?
No.
I'm guessing yours is probably
What?
over respect for not over
I don't.
respect, but
I don't want to think about it. Or I don't want to talk about it. Or I don't want to have problems with it.
I just get the sewer. I get the pump TikToks now.
Yeah.
Dude,
I. It's never been done.
that I they say if you're like if like whenever your dad built the house, if he like said, "Oh, this is gonna be like a family of 4 or 5," and like they expect to that. Now it's just two, like you, like it might be super over spec for that, and it will either
Yeah.
like it might just constantly be able to like not need.
Yep. Exactly. And I think that like there is a school of people that say that you don't want to pump it all the time because then you're removing a lot of the bacteria that is breaking down everything in it, kind of thing.
Yeah, I think the issue with people is there's a lot of non-flushable stuff that flushes now.
And we are very um we know about that. Like we
Yeah,
take notice of shit like that and don't flush shit. So, we try to take care of it, so it shouldn't be an issue hopefully.
yeah. Um, but oh, speaking of YouTube, I wanted to bring it up last week, but I forgot. Just kind of like uh um YouTube YouTube. Oh, how do I want to refer to? like not legends. I guess you'd call them legends. YouTube originals. Oh, YouTube OGs.
Sure, yeah. I like
Smosh.
OGs.
YouTube Smosh. Now they have ownership of their channel again. They are together after they split up. They didn't split up. The one guy left after. Smosh was a channel that is like OG YouTubers. Like they are some of the first biggest. You know, they were they're in the
Yeah,
history
they were
books.
one of the big ones in the early days.
Um, they sold their YouTube channel when like I think the idea of selling your YouTube channels was starting to become a thing. It's more commonplace now. Who just sold theirs? Oh, do you ever watch Game Theory, or do you like ever
Okay.
interact with any of their channels?
Um,
Game Theory, Food Theory, Film Theory, and now Fashion Theory.
I don't think much.
I'm
I
assuming you've watched stuff of
I've
them.
definitely probably watched some, but
Yes, I think they
it's one of
recently.
those like definitely not my jam kind of things, I think.
I don't think I forget how it all works. I think they sold it, but they're like still in like control of it. Like they still have a majority. Like I don't know. I forget. They explained the whole situation, but I think they just like management of the channel is like owned by a different company now. So
Yeah.
it's like it's still a thing that happens and can be positive. But Smosh did it to a company who I don't think they were upset with. I don't know if it was everything they wanted it to be, but I think everything was fine. But that management company went bankrupt and a different company, Company 2, acquired like all their assets, including Smosh. Smosh guys didn't love Company 2 and it wasn't a positive experience. And that's why Anthony left. He's like, I just can't do it anymore. I think they were like being like, you can't be creative, just make us money.
Gotcha.
And then that company I think went bankrupt as well. And then Rhett and Link company, Mythical Entertainment, bought Smosh. I don't know if it was because they were just friends and they were like trying to help them out. And Mythical Entertainment's actually I don't I don't know how much. I mean, I follow them and I know they talk about it. I don't listen to all their podcasts, so I don't know every single like juicy detail. But I don't think they're really high key about like it. But I think their Mythical Entertainment is like pretty serious.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Like it's not just like their I think if you like if you could go in there and get like a behind the scenes and like see the books, I think they're like I think
Yeah,
they're involved with a lot of stuff we don't know about,
I can see that.
or just not always being told about. Not that they're hiding it, but not that they're telling it.
Yeah,
But they
okay.
own Smosh for a number of years now. Apparently, I never realized it.
Yeah.
Um,
I, I I haven't kept up with Smosh. You know, it's one of those that I
I
might be subscribed to it even, but like don't.
I get their clips now. Their shit's funny. They built up a
Yeah,
whole like crew of people that seem like they put out some good content. But now they own it. I just it's I'm happy to see old school YouTubers still doing it.
yeah. It's one of those. It's a story that even if you're not directly involved, you're happy to hear about something
It
good like that happening. Instead
it
of like, oh yeah, they sold out to Warner Brothers or something. You know.
brings back an era of YouTube I wish would come back.
It's long gone.
Um, you know who never, you know what channels fucking just died?
Who's that?
Fine Brothers Entertainment.
That was another one I don't think I was too big on.
You never did the like adults react, grandparents react.
I mean, I watched a couple. You know, I saw them, but
I yeah, I'm not saying
I
subscribe
never
and like watch every video,
got
but
down the
like
list.
it was like the
Yeah,
time of YouTube where you like they were viral. They were the ones that were viral. They were on your recommended.
yeah, they definitely were. I don't know. I feel like around that time I found a group, or not a group, but like I had the channels that I found that I liked, and that was what I watched, and I had enough, and I was like, I didn't need more at the time, kind of thing.
Bro, they're struggling to reach one. Some videos are struggling to reach 100K, and some are the ones that aren't trying to struggling to reach like 200K. Damn, they really fell. For a channel that has 20 million subscribers, and I think we're like popular.
Yeah,
52
no.
million views,
Some of
47
those,
million views. Like their old shit just pulled massive amounts of views.
yeah, and then they just like crash and burn. Or like they
Yeah,
have a subscriber base that doesn't watch anything. And you got like millions of subscribers and 20 people watching.
damn. Is this like Maisie Williams and Teens React? That's crazy. Um, uh, yeah, I just, you know, Twitch is dead now. See, $12 a month for no ads in Twitch.
Yeah, it's
Bullshit.
crazy.
12
They used
bucks a month for
they
no
used to
ads in
give that
Twitch.
with Twitch Prime, like with Amazon, and
Or
now
even
it's
just like,
like
even if you
they
just,
axed that. It used to be 9, now it's 12.
I even was just like, give me ad free on the guy I subscribe to. Everyone else, fine, sure, but if I subscribe to someone, don't show me ads on their team. I'm like, I'm giving them money already. More money than they should be
Yeah,
making on me and then ads. But fucking, no way, Jose. That's how that works. I just saw it today. I don't know if my Twitch just started showing it, but it's actually like on the front page. Like right next to my little user avatar, get ad free. I don't know if I've ever seen it before.
I think I might have seen it. Yeah, but it's crazy. Everybody, everybody wants to show you ads,
Bro, I'm
and
fine
I'm
with
gonna
it at
be
this
honest.
point.
I don't know how much ads work on me.
They work on me less and less when like, okay, if you're gonna show me ads, whatever. Like when I'm watching Hulu on my phone, because I have some like, I'm really big into the dumb like cable TV shows on that Hulu, all like the ABC like shows that are
Yeah,
just like, oh, here's a firefighter show because at work because it's just so mindless. I can have it up for like listening, but I have to pay zero amount of attention.
yeah.
Um, but I see ads and I'm whatever. I'll live. The only really fucking annoying thing is it's the same ad over and over.
Yep.
Like I don't
Like
need to see
even in the same section, like they'll show you the same ad twice in the
like
same ad block.
I don't need to see this T-Mobile ad 7 times in 30 minutes. In 30 minutes, I'm watching the same T-Mobile ad.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. Switching to your network will save me a lot of money, and I'll have better speeds and better coverage. Look at this map. We covered purple. We own Sprint. I just show me it. I want, I want, I want ads that was targeted with children. I want to know the latest news on Super Soaker technologies.
I I'd be happier with that.
Bro, I want RC car ads.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Me and Eric went down a rabbit hole the other day about
I
RC
know you guys
cars.
you guys
I
are
think
looking at
you were
like the
here.
fucking serious ones.
Yeah.
I look up
We were looking at like Traxxas, Sledge, and T Max and shit. Uh, I
what
was
the
telling Eric like, you know that these things are like really fucking fast, and he's like, oh yeah, they'll go like 20 miles an hour, and I said, Eric, you have no idea. I sent him a link, and I was like, this thing will do 60, and he's like, what?
Wow.
Yeah, no, they're fucking crazy.
I don't know how much children TV you watched as a younger Bruno, but
Oh,
you know how many
dude, this fucking air hogs video.
air hogs I used to you know how many helicopters I had? I had so many.
Bro, I had a good one once, like RC helicopter. That thing was so fucking hard to fly.
These air hogs were impossible. I swear to God, they were like the worst design helicopters in the world. It would go off and just "Vroom."
Yeah,
The
no.
commercials. I remember as a kid waiting with a piece of paper and a pen for the commercials to get the number to call to order air hogs.
Yeah, I remember the commercials, but that wasn't me.
Now, I mean, that's the only way you could order some of this shit.
Yeah,
You didn't go online. Y My Walmart sometimes had them, but that was like all I had to shop was a Walmart for
yeah.
like something like this. There was no like I didn't have
I
that
had
weird.
a
Yeah,
oh, what, some hobby something,
maybe
hobby
there was a
store
hobby
USA
store
or
near me, but I
something.
didn't know about it because I didn't really have the internet to go look up like hobby stores near me.
Yeah, no. I had this one. So, all right. So as a kid, I was RC was pretty cool, right? You know.
Mhm.
Well, somebody got me this thing called Rockenbach. Okay.
Okay.
It was RC cars. Think like construction vehicles. All right.
Okay.
Remote controlled,
Mhm.
and there were all kinds of other powered implement things. And the theme of this was like they had these little plastic balls that you could take like a skid steer and pick them up and dump them places, and then there was all kinds of routes and rails and shit. Dude, that shit was so crazy. And it was like it looked like you sat this Nintendo 64 looking thing down. You could plug controllers into it. You could be like have four different things plugged into it, and then there were like eight cars that you could do.
Damn.
It was it was the shit.
Are you able to get like a picture of it?
I am. Um so like if I showed you this, this is the idea, right? You
Holy
know,
shit.
you
Yeah.
got a little scooper with a little dump action going
Bro, that's
on, and then
sick.
conveyor belt. Exactly. It's sick. I can't tell you how much this shit I have. So like this is probably like a kit, right? You know,
Uh-huh.
you get the base station, you get a vehicle, you get the lifter thing, so then it goes down some pipes and shit, and you put it all together. And it's all like snap pieces, you know, like big Lego kind of idea, right?
Yep.
So like this is the basic idea. But then you go back and like then you see this shit and like I think I was halfway to this, right? There's like a fucking monorail and street sweepers and all kinds of crazy shit. Those things were expensive though.
So you have this like shit sitting in your basement?
Absolutely. Yeah. I've like you know those tubs like that
Mhm.
you put somewhere to forget about? I've got like four of them filled with shit. There was a big crane. I forgot about the crane.
Damn.
Giant fucking crane.
Any idea what you ever want to do with them, or you're just gonna hold on to them because?
I don't know, man, but like it's cool shit. I don't know. Someday I want to like break it out and do shit with it. Like, look at that
Oh,
crane.
think of all the shit you could 3D print for it now.
I have that crane.
I, I think you
That
could
thing
even,
is like massive.
I think you could expand upon it with 3D printed your own. You could like add so much by 3D printing your own shit.
I have the monorail.
Think of being able, think if you had this as a, think if this was like a toy now and like a kid's dad could like 3D print them any part they wanted. Like, oh, I need more like rails, and they like can just model out the
Yeah.
rails to add more.
Oh yeah. Crazy. Like yeah, like this was a kit. And it got a monorail that just goes around a track and it was crazy.
Bro, that's wild.
Great toy. Love that.
I forget what they were. They were like the
I
hot.
think they were very expensive though too. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I had a shit ton of the Hot Wheels like track, like all the. my younger brother was like super into Hot Wheels, like all the tracks and stuff, and because he had club feet, so he had a bunch of surgeries when he was a kid, and everyone felt bad. So like we had all the people just kept buying us shit. Like I remember we had your we don't still have them at all, but like what you were describing with those things, we were with like Hot Wheels toys. Like
Yeah.
we had that one. We had
Well, like the cool thing about it is like, you know, you get one of these things and it's like, oh yeah, that's cool. But like those things, it was like Lego that you could just put shit together and make all kinds of crazy shit. And, you know, one wasn't everything. You could make crazy stuff with many of them.
bro,
And
I
this is the same kind of idea with Hot Wheels too. I'm sure you could put these
bro,
together
I fucking
and do some
swear I
crazy
remember.
shit.
I know 100% we had that one, the fucking trip de loop de loop.
That's crazy looking. I had one of these things. It was like a big sphere that it was like the Thunderdome in there. And you had cars just flying at each other in all different directions.
Yeah,
Yeah, like upside down collisions.
they used to have like these city things you could like run your car through and like twist it almost like a car wash and shit. Um,
Yeah, I had this thing. I remember this one.
gotcha. I don't think we had that one.
It was kind of terrifying because these cars would come flying out of this fucking thing.
5,000%. I know we had this. I know we had this car wash because you could actually like fill it up with water and like clean
That's
your
kind of
cars.
neat. That's a that's a different one.
Yeah. I think this is maybe an iteration of it, but it's like super similar to what it was. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was this. I just have like my kid memory of it, so it's probably super skewed.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, we were that and the Thomas the Train things with like the wooden tracks and like the battery powered like Thomas the Trains.
yeah.
That was like
I had I think it was Brio was the one I had. It was
gotcha.
like it was it was good stuff. But yeah, I
And we
remember
had
that a
like
little bit too.
we had the train table, and we did the tracks in so many different ways with the bridges and like
Yeah,
the V. Like, oh, we had it all. This is a kid. Is this a thing anymore with kids? Like toys? Like I feel like
I
the
don't know.
idea, like I feel like when we were younger, the idea with toys was it was like I don't know want to say like a set, but like um it was an ecosystem. You bought into a toy ecosystem. Is that like a thing anymore? Like all the Hot Wheels stuff was the
I don't
same. You could
I
like
don't think as
intermix
much.
stuff. I don't know.
I'm sorry, I gotta show this because
Eh,
look at how much this looks like some kind of game system.
yes.
So you take one of them little numbered chips and you put that in the car,
Yeah.
and that's how it received the signal. And
Damn.
then you plug a controller into it with like a fucking old school serial connector on
That's
the
crazy.
controller. Yeah,
I've never seen that.
I was hours that I've spent, man, so many hours.
I always wanted one as a kid, but I never had one. The like the race tracks that like you had the little controllers and like it was on like the set track and you had to like adjust the speed
Like,
so you don't just whip it off and stuff. But it was like
yeah,
racing.
like slot car.
Yeah.
I did
Never,
have one of those once.
did you? Never had one.
Yeah.
I think I played
That
with
was
them once.
also dangerous. Those things came flying at Mach Jesus towards your shins all the time.
Yeah.
It was fun though. They're good.
Yeah. Um. No, I don't think we had any after that. I wasn't huge into them, and I like completely am super I would get super into it again for no reason, but like I bought a bunch of Bionicles.
Okay.
There was
I
something
don't think I
about
was.
like
I don't think I was too big in them.
no, they're like um I- oh, everything about like their package like you bought your you bought your guy in your tube and they come like I'm trying to find a good picture that like encompasses everything I want to talk about. Like yeah, like that's
Oh,
the best.
I did have some of these. Yeah, I
So
do
you got your
remember
guy,
some
you
of
built
these.
it. They had their like wicked ass axe or sword, but like I don't know,
Yeah,
something about like the tube just like screamed to me that like it's dope.
yeah.
The commercials were always had catchy songs.
I
I
forgot
don't know,
about these.
bro. Bionicles used to be the shit. That and the
You
Transformer.
you ever do connects?
No.
So like one time, long ass time ago, right?
Hmm.
I it was Christmas, right?
Oh, fucking those. Yeah, no, we never. No one bought those for me. I didn't. Yeah, no.
But it was Christmas, right?
Yeah.
My
You
power went
bought
out.
this one?
Yeah, this one.
Jesus Christ, that's a shit ton of them.
My power went out.
Oh
Okay,
God,
for 7 days.
bro, did you just build this?
Yes, I just built this. It was ridiculous.
Bro, we had Lincoln Logs. Jesus Christ, we didn't have like Connect City.
This was a Connect roller coaster, man. Okay, this one might look. This is like a 2-pack or something smashed together. This looks fucking huge.
I
Let me.
Jesus. No, we had like
I
Lincoln
feel
Logs.
like it was not that big now that I look at it. Okay, no, it was this one. Sorry. This one's a little more reasonable.
Yeah, no, jeez, God.
I mean, it's still big, but it was. God, it was so many fucking pieces, man.
Yeah, no, I,
I mean, it was great that I had it to like, cause that shit. 7 days without power, man. Like
it's crazy.
a long ass time.
I'd lose my shit now.
I'd be okay. I mean, it was just.
No, I'd be able to dump stuff like not being able to get a hot shower, not being able to cook, not being
Yeah.
like, not that I couldn't like, it'd be able to the really super dumb stuff that like can't like live in your house because everything you need to do requires stuff.
Well, it was like it was a freak snowstorm kind of thing, right?
Oh yeah,
So there was
you know,
like 3 feet of snow outside.
yeah, I did, you know.
It was hard to do anything. Like people weren't going anywhere. So we all just went to the basement because there was a wood stove down there, and we were just burning wood. That was it.
Um, this winter is supposed to be more wintry.
Is it? You think? You think it's actually
That's
gonna be?
that's what all the weather people are saying.
Because this past
Um,
one wasn't even winter.
bro, it was just a waste of like a winter. Not saying I want like a crazy winter, but like just
I'd
a
like to
basic,
see some snow.
like just a basic B winter.
I don't think
Uh,
any snow accumulated at all
yeah,
this past winter
one
here.
day that it snowed like a quarter of an inch,
Yeah, but
and
then it was gone that day still.
oh yeah, that's just one of the guys, but it's like setting up to be it's gonna be an aggressive fall and possibly aggressive winter.
I see. Well, we'll see.
Um, yeah, yeah, you never know. This summer's been pretty shitty as well.
It's been a little weird. Like it's been rainy for the past week.
Today was, I
And
thought it
then
was supposed to
before
be,
that it was dry as shit.
I thought it was supposed to be rainy today, but I didn't realize the smoke was back.
I don't think I got too much smoke. I mean, it was a little okay, no, I did. It was a little hazy. We only
Well, that's
had
what
like one day of smoke. We got a little hazy here a couple days
we
though.
had where I was. We were some of the purple.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I was like walking today. I walk outside and I was like, why is it? I was like, oh, was it gonna rain soon? I didn't realize that it wasn't. It was just that the smoke was back.
Yeah.
Yeah, cold winter
It did
maybe.
look like it was going to rain or threatening rain a couple times though today here.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost July. This weekend's July.
Crazy.
Yeah, I was just like randomly talking to my dad. I'm like, oh yeah, you know, summer, all that, this, that, the other thing. They're like, and then somehow I was like, I asked about something. He's like, yeah, we have football that starts in like beginning of August. I'm like, oh, that's right. It's because they pushed the start of like where I went to high school. They start like August 19th. So it's like sometimes we didn't start till like after Labor Day. Now these
Yeah.
kids are starting August 19th. That's crazy.
It
Which
do
means
be.
sports start early, which means they're like starting at the beginning of August, and it's just wild. Um, okay. You
So
have
you know how I planted marigolds?
yes to scare off the deer.
The deer ate my shit.
They hate the. They're like fuck you. Go.
I planted like 40 of these fucking things around like a flower bed, and they like walked over on the get to green shit. I don't. So like they ate the stuff at my grandmother's house even more, and I planted some over there too. They ate
Yeah,
that shit down to the dirt.
bro. Get fucked.
Yeah, this little fucker right here. Oh, cool. I did something wrong.
Because of the server stuff. Oh. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It's sticking its tongue out at you.
It sure do be.
And that baby's just like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, they're around. That's for sure.
Um, that's fun. Joke's on them. They don't have any crops to eat this year because it all died.
My cucumbers are coming on good. My
Oh,
tomato plants are
oh, I'm
actually looking
sorry.
okay.
I'm sorry. You reprinted the cucumbers and now they're good?
I did buy and replant cucumbers, and they are
Okay.
doing good now. Yes.
Okay. They did all die though, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think there was one survivor. I think there's still one old plant out there out of like a
Okay.
dozen.
Well, it's almost gonna be pickling time.
Yeah, but all my pickling specific cucumbers died. So now I got different pickle cucumbers that I don't know if they're pickly pickles.
Hmm.
So who knows what's going to happen with that?
Ah, well.
I sure don't.
I don't either because I don't grow. My wildflowers are starting to come up now that it rained a lot. I got lightning bugs in my backyard, so I'm trying to do everything possible to encourage them, help them.
That's cool.
Like the pool is water. They like
I
pine
remember
trees,
the
but I don't think they hate my arborvetas. I mean, they're not pine trees, but they're not.
yeah. I used to have so many of them around here. I haven't.
Dude, they're so bad now. They
Yeah,
used to be like I love them. They're awesome. They're little light bugs.
yeah.
I'm trying to help. I'm trying to do my part because we don't got them no more. Um. So what
Me
else?
too. That's why my backyard looks like that.
Yeah,
It's nature.
nature. Um. What was? I feel like I was gonna say something. Um. Was it? No, it wasn't about. I don't think it was about your growing. I think I was gonna say I'm thinking about making beef jerky soon, but I'm not 100% sure if I am or not.
Me too.
I've like
I
the
need
itch
some.
for it,
Mm-hmm.
but I have no desire.
Mm-hmm. I love
However,
that you understand now
yeah,
my like love hate relationship with beef jerky. Like
but
I
like
want it, but I don't want to make it.
yeah, I have no desire to do it. But my meat's in that good, like, nice logged form already, and like slicing last time was the easiest fucking thing ever. So like I'm
Yeah,
like less, I'm more, I'm like telling myself it's not gonna be as bad as you remember it being. So I'm just like,
I know.
uh,
Yeah.
still, I also I'm in the mood for a different flavor, but I don't want to
Okay.
like fail at it.
Yep.
Again, I'm really contemplating like the curry jerky.
Dude, I think that there's something there.
I think there's something there too. I think I think it plays into all of our strengths with like making things, which is over seasoning the fuck out of it till it's assaulting on the mouth. And I'm not saying your stuff is over seasoned, but when you compare
No,
it to
but
like
like
if you
it's the
go to a store and
desire. I
buy like
know. Yeah.
if you go to a store and buy a bag of jerky and I have that compared to yours, they'll be
Mine
like,
is
"Oh,
punching you in the face with flavor.
right." Whereas the store will be like, "Oh, don't you taste the mango habanero?" You'd be like, "Bro, I barely taste the beef. Barely taste the salt in this thing." And you're like,
Yeah.
"You taste this? I can taste the citrus." The habanero, bro, he picked that. He extracted. So,
Like, are you? I mean, I guess they're close. I was gonna say, are you like Indian curry or are you like Asian curry?
Indian curry. Like I want that
Okay.
heat.
You want that heat? Got it.
I want that like if it doesn't have chili powder, like I need that like chili powder,
Mm-hmm.
like uh paprika. Need that like I need all that. I need that what's the orange shit? Is that turmeric?
Yeah. Yep. 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 Yep.
Um but yeah. It's on my mind. Every weekend's getting a little bit closer to the oh, that looks good. Easy curry jerky.
Bite of curry in a hurry.
I love it. 3 pounds, tablespoon of coriander, cumin, chili powder.
Coriander, cumin, chili powder, cardamom, cinnamon,
I don't have cardamom.
fenugreek.
I've what's fenugreek?
I don't know.
Bro, what's that? I don't
I
get it.
don't know. Similar to clover.
Gotcha.
The seed tastes similar to maple syrup.
Excuse me?
Interesting. So it's and that's optional. It says, so it's coriander, cumin, chili powder, cardamom, and cinnamon.
So, okay.
And then you're gonna have to put something to put some spice in this thing, man.
So I've thought about cheating.
Okay, how do we cheat?
So I so you went down this route and at one point, but like getting pre what was it the frog bone?
So yeah, so I've never successfully made Cajun beef jerky, but I have used that frog bone in a bunch of shit, and I enjoy using it.
So I
Like
think
I use that actually.
yeah. I think when we talked about it originally, I'm like, I wonder if when you use the mixes, you either have to use a shit ton of it or like there's something different about using all the ingredients individually, like pulling them all
So like
individually.
I think the problem with the frog bone is it's like 3/4 salt and then a
Right.
quarter seasoning. So it's like
Right.
way too much. Like it is salt. When I
Yes.
think of that, it is salt.
Yes.
I think that was one of my problems.
And maybe it wouldn't be for another thing. Like I do think when like instead of using a pre-mixed thing, when you can basically put it all together by yourself, I think you actually do get better control over like you
I
said,
think with dry spices, I think you might be onto something with that. Yes.
like
I don't think I'm the person to be making a teriyaki sauce though.
No, 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 no. Dry, dry.
Yeah,
I'm not. You,
that's what I'm
you
saying.
ain't.
Dry
You ain't.
spices.
You ain't count me or catching me trying to make some Worcestershire sauce. I ain't like
No,
distilling
fuck
like
that.
boot leather to make whatever the fuck Worcestershire sauce truly is. But okay, so this Amazon link I sent, one of theirs, I'm like, I'm split. I'm like, do I get just the jar of powder and just try to do the jar of powder? Because Rani's hot curry power, hot Indian curry blend, could just be a nice thing to dump in there. It's pretty easy, don't have to worry about it. Or that picture, I get all this shit myself and I do. I like.
Cumin, coriander, turmeric. There's your fenugreek. Ginger. I'm kind of surprised to see ginger on there a little bit. Black pepper, mustard seed, curry leaves, fennel seeds, chili, garlic. So, like, half of this stuff you probably have already. Like,
Yeah,
if I was trying to make this right now, I know I have cumin, coriander, black pepper, mustard seeds, fennel seeds. I don't have, like, bird eye chili or whatever that is. I don't know. But I don't really have chilies. I always have garlic on hand. I don't have turmeric or fenugreek. I just think I'm. You know what? I might have turmeric actually.
I know I don't have turmeric. I
I'm
know I
not
don't have.
confident on it though.
I don't have mustard seeds. I don't use them for anything. We're not.
I
That
do
is.
have mustard seeds. But then like you see like curry leaves. And then but the thing I think about sometimes with this is like how much would it cost me to get those three things that I need versus trying out and that's see this is on the higher end, the $15 jar, but that is a pound. That's a
That's
lot.
that's a lot of seasoning.
I can't talk too much because I think I bought 4 pounds when I bought frog bone.
Okay.
It was a lot.
So
Um,
I don't have fennel seeds. I don't have curry leaves. I don't have mustard seeds. And I don't have like I need a bunch of it.
like
I have
that's
some
$20
chilies.
worth of stuff. I think you
Yeah.
just mentioned. You know, that's what
Uh,
comes in my head.
this is salt free. Interesting.
See, that's to me that's a good thing.
No, it
I
is.
think.
I probably have to add some salt.
I'd rather like I don't know if you're still gonna go like soy based or not. I don't know. Like, do
I
you
think
use
you
soy
have to.
sauce base?
I think you have
Because
to.
that'll give you your salt,
What other liquids are there?
oil. You
I
could
don't
do an
know.
oil.
Yeah, but like
I don't know. Water. Fucking
salty,
marinate. Water.
salty
Apple
Indian.
juice.
Stop. What? Oh,
Apple juice and meat go well together.
salty Indian. Salty Indian cooking liquids.
God, that's a big bag. That's a tiny bag. Oh, there. No, look. There you go. If you go from a jar to a bag, you can get 3.5 ounces. It's $7. That's still a shit ton.
3.5 ounces?
Yeah,
How many ounces are in a pound?
16.
But you're better off getting the $15 one, I
No,
bet then.
you are. Yeah, but like, where do you stop? How about this? It's just this picture of a Photoshop picture of a. What is this picture?
Bro, Master Chef.
Just a fucking straight on photo of a 25-pound box of curry powder. Oh, God.
Maybe I'll maybe I'll look up some salt-based liquids.
I have I bought a box of curry mix, like to make curry,
Hmm.
but it's Japanese curry.
Oh,
I've done a couple of like Indian style curry and I wanted to try a Japanese one. Haven't made it yet. It's still on the to do list of things to make.
Well, what are we at, time wise?
105.
Uh, I'm trying to think of anything else. Uh, Nothing too big. Madeline bought a car because her shit the bed.
I, you know, you mentioned that the other day, and I was thinking about asking the question of like, because I heard we were in a car together for a long time. We talked about a lot of things. It came up about you buying a new car and giving her yours, possibly.
Yeah, her fucking head gasket was leaking everywhere, so she needed a new
Oh,
car
good.
now. I'm
That
still paying
sounds
off
not fun.
mine, so it wasn't like,
Yeah, a little bit of a on a
yeah,
what's the word I'm trying to use here? I don't know. Unintended
yeah.
purchase, kind of.
So she was almost tricked into thinking that like a $35,000 Super Forester was like the best deal that she could get out there. I told her like no, and like the sales dude's like, "Oh, you can refinance in a year." I'm like, "Bro, you think interest rates are going down in a year?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm buying a house this year, and next year I plan on refinancing it." And I'm just like, I was like, "Oh, okay, bro." I like in the most politely way possible. I told him, "I think you're." I, I think I said like, "This is definitely a very opinionated like topic, and I'm like I can see where you fall on it, but I fall on the exact opposite side, and I have zero faith that like interest rates are going down." And he like starts saying like, "Oh, my bank bro told me." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I'm like
He's
crazy.
got a bank, bro.
I'm like I'm like it's crazy that the banks are like telling people things are gonna get better, so you still like use them for stuff. But like whatever,
Dude,
difference
we
of
just
opinions.
we just looked at this the other day. I think the interest rates for cars tripled since I bought my truck.
Yes. It you gotta refinance your house in a year. That's another 10 grand to refinance. Like it's I they're gonna drop down so much that dropping 10 grand in the short term is gonna be better for you. Wild. I think he's whatever. I had a lot of issues with what he was saying, but then Madeline found a Ford Escape, which I don't hate. I loved my Ford Escape. I hate the newer models. There were some like design features I don't love about
Yeah.
them.
How
The
new is it?
dial-based shifter was one of them. I'm not a huge fan of that, but it really doesn't matter much in these electric-based
Yeah.
like everything.
Half the time, the ones that aren't dials are still electric, anyways.
They are. So like it truly doesn't matter. It doesn't. I still like I don't know. I
Yeah.
still
No,
wish mine was
I'm
on the
with you.
column. Um
Ah, I kind of like the center console, honestly.
I no I sorry. I just miss it right there. I don't know. Something about it just made me love it.
Man,
Um
I
but
still think every once in a while that I wish I bought a stick truck,
eh.
like a manual. I still think about it sometimes.
But yours has so many nice features now
I look, I know.
that you
It's
would be missing out on, I would believe.
like remote start I would not be able to use, no.
Right. Is there any
But
of the
like
four wheeling stuff that truly is better if you I guess you have more control over but like once you
there again, it's like one or the other is not exactly better. They're just different.
let me um only because we're talking about cars. I don't think I sent you this channel yet, but I think you'd enjoy everything this guy makes like short wise. Um I don't know why I thought about it when we were having this conversation, but like his gas station stuff is hilarious.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've
I
seen him before.
I have. I mean, you were making the jokes a lot about it. I think it's one of those that you could have told me this name and I have no idea who it is, but I've definitely seen this guy. Yeah,
I got 5 on the diesel, $20 scratcher.
I might have to watch a bunch of these.
Yeah. One was like, he's like, "Oh, can I get 5 on the diesel?" And he's like, "Where are you going? The next pump?" He's like, I'll make it home. I'll make it home." I just, he knows the market.
Oh, I remember where this came from. Okay. You want to have a bet?
Yeah,
When's the next time that Eric wants to play Construction Simulator with us?
never.
You think never?
No, it'll be like a couple months. He'll like get the itch. I pseudo have the itch right now. But I hate myself for it.
It's like Factorio all over again.
I I don't know. It was like it wasn't fun, but it was fun at the same. It was like I
Yeah.
felt like I accomplished something every time we did things.
Yeah.
Only because
Also, the bugs are kind of hilarious.
why was it so bad? It's
I don't, like, so vehicles have a reset feature that like resets their positioning back to like normal or like resets them to unstick them from somewhere. If two people do that at the same time, they turn into the demons that are inside of each other and
bro.
want out. I
The
think we
one
had a
time
crane that permanently has tire screech now.
I parked that into a canal.
Also, one of the days, the game really wanted to kick Eric. Like
Oh,
every action I did was like, "Do you want to kick Eric?" No. Try and buy this tool anyway. Do you want to kick Eric?
such a that's such a game.
It that it do be a game.
What was it when we were starting the college job where we had to move the dirt and we just had like the push loader and like I just angled it the right way and just kept like shoving it that it was like my like controller was jittering. It wasn't enjoying what I was doing, but it like technically cleared the dirt.
Yeah.
That's how I was getting like such good passes because I was just like breaking physics. But yeah, um, we should be good because you know what? Next week's another week and another
About time.
Wednesday. Another Wednesday has successfully turned a Tuesday into a Thursday.
Would you look at that?
You know, what what you know,
What more can you ask of a Wednesday?
it does its duty. It's out here. And you know what else is out here at the end of the episode? Because that's all we have for this week's episode of Thursdays Are the Best Days podcast. Thanks for listening and goodbye.
See you later.